Yeah, my name is Derrick Parker. I'm the former NYPD detective that headed up the hip hop squad. I did a lot of investigations involving a lot of rap artists and people in the music industry because of the violence that took place back in the 90s and the early 2000s. You know, when there was a lot of problems with rap artists, whether they were victims, whether they were perpetrators committing crimes, where they're involved in a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of things that I did to go out and investigate, especially for the higher ups in the police department, like the chief and the police commissioner. Right. Well, what happened was that there was a problem because the police officers that handled that case were from the Midtown North Precinct, and one of the detectives was a good guy. I mean, who had the investigation, but pretty much those cops too didn't know much about hip hop back then. You got to remember, this was like a brand new thing where the police department was dealing with something new, with something that they had no idea of what this industry was all about and the people in it, and that was a big problem. And that's where I came in to try to educate them on the industry itself and the people that were involved in the industry. Yeah, that was back in '94 when he was at the Quad Studios. There was evidence that Tupac may have had a gun himself, and he may have shot himself accidentally, taking the gun out of discharge accidentally, and he shot himself back then. No, he was shot. He was shot several times that night. He got shot, but he went to the hospital himself, and then he checked himself out. If you remember, he checked himself out of the hospital.
Right.
I think some guys got him. I think some. I don't know if it was the Nation of Islam or some other guys that he knew. They got him out. I'm not even sure on that, but they got him out of the hospital and secured him where he wanted to be secured. He didn't trust anybody, so he wanted people that he knew that he could trust to secure him. In my years as a cop with Tupac, we've seen each other. I mean, I've seen him, I've been around him, but I knew more about what he was. I didn't really associate most with rappers because I had to investigate them. So,
Right.
I couldn't get into too tight with them. But I knew a lot about their lives and what they did. And I watched and followed them for many years, just to keep abreast of what they did.